Take a look at the person next to you. Say God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every walk of life, every creed and color, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Springfield. We're going to begin our service in song from the Blue Book, number 10, Good Morning World. Number 10.
Good morning, world. Good morning, universe. I'm on my way to a wondrous day. I thank God now for great and glorious things, and I'm excited. Great things are coming my way. Here comes the sun up in the sky. Here comes a bluebird passing by. And all the world awakes to say, may joy be yours today. Good morning, world. Good morning, universe. I'm on my way to a wondrous day. I thank God now for great and glorious things, and I'm excited. Great things are coming my way. Here comes the sun up in the sky. Here comes the bluebird passing by. And all the world awakes to say, may joy be yours today. Good world, good morning, universe. I'm on my way to a wondrous day. I thank God now for great and glorious things, and I'm excited. Great things are coming my way. Here comes the sun up in the sky. Here comes a blue passing by, and all the world awakes to say, may joy be yours today, may joy be yours today.
Well, we light the Christ candle as a part of our connection to the greater unity movement, and we connect and hold individual ministries in prayer each week. And this week we hold all the ministries and all the people in the state of Wyoming. And so we think of this wonderful state with great picturesque mountains and all the people who are there. And we know that they are feeling the blessings of Spirit in them, and we see our entire world, this globe upon which we live, as being a blessing, as being a place where we live and we grow and we unfold spiritually. And we give thanks for this knowing. And so it is. Amen. And now I invite Bill Shepard to come forward as we present our announcements and things.
Good morning. And welcome. We are so glad you are here to join us today for our worship, and we extend a special welcome to those of you who are visiting us for the first time. On your way in, you should have received a welcome packet. We also have a gift for you, so please see one of our greeters after today's service. Unity is a worldwide spiritual movement. We are an inclusive community, and we welcome all people. Today is birthday Sunday, so we invite those with August birthdays to stand, and the congregation will sing happy birthday to you. Oh, we got Frank. Have a few announcements to share. We invite you to join us today after the service for our monthly fellowship potluck and birthday celebration. Also, after the Sunday service, Reiki treatments will be offered in the chat room. Use the sign-up sheet located in the foyer to receive a free 12 to 15-minute treatment. If you are number 1 and number 2 on the sign-up sheet, go directly to the chat room after the service to begin your treatment. Other participants, please continue to enjoy fellowship in Kane Hall until you are called by one of the participants. The 9 a.m. spiritual speaking class has started to study Catherine Ponder's The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. Everyone is welcome to attend. Books are available in the bookstore. Tuesday at 11, Peggy Tell will host our Unity Prayer Service in Zoom. This is a space to support with prayer those on our prayer list, on our hearts, and in our community. Wednesday at 5:30, Karen Kelly will lead the gathering meditation via Zoom, creating a sacred space for quiet, introspective meditation. Also, all are welcome to join in the flute circle with David Tell on Thursday, August 8th at 1 o'clock, held here in the sanctuary. Beginners are encouraged as well. And you are also invited to participate in the monthly drumming circle with David on Thursday, August 15th at 6 p.m., held in Margaret Kane Hall. Upcoming events scheduled for our youth and family ministry are a play day today at noon, and Creative Adventures happening August 25th at noon, both in the Youth Ed room. Today is the last day of our Youth and Family School supplies and backpacks drive for students in our community. Donation items can be placed in the Youth Ed room. And we have Dr. Oh, you ready for school? Good, good.
Yeah, well, actually, we're so happy that you helped to bring these backpacks and some other items in. Maybe get in front of the, I'm going to be here for a sec. To bring a lot of other school supplies in here that are, much needed. And we will be taking all of these supplies, these backpacks here, and also some other items that we've collected and taking them to our local school right here in Southern View Elementary. We were in contact with them to find out what they really needed. They've already started school, by the way, but they always need backup stuff when people, need things. And so they're going to be holding all these there for those children who need them. So we'll be making that donation soon. And I'd like to just take a moment to just bless these backpacks. If we could all just hold in mind this feeling of love and feel it pervading all of these items that these children will be receiving, and knowing that will go to help further their development spiritually and mentally, emotionally, and making their time in school a real blessing. And I'd like it if we could join together. We created this Youth and Family Ministry affirmation. This is for our Youth and Family Ministry. As you know, this church has put a lot of energy and love and money into developing our youth and family area in there, having a youth and family director, teachers, and supplies, and everything that goes into making a youth ed department. But we don't have a lot of kids. And Jen and I were talking about this, Jen Miller, our Youth and Family Ministry Director, and I said, hey, when you kind of run into a place and you don't know where to do, what do? Pray about it. And ask everybody to be engaged in helping us develop the energy and the sense of accommodation and friendliness and welcomeness to families in the greater Springfield community. So if we could join together in affirming this affirmation together. We are a heart-centered, nurturing, learning environment that empowers children to express their innate divinity. We value the importance of teachers and students who are continually discovering God's presence in their lives and are expressing a consciousness of love in their daily living. We hold our youth and family ministry in prayer and envision it growing and evolving in the best way possible. And that's the truth. Amen. I'm going to give this back.
Okay. The Village of Southern View will hold National Night Out on August 8th, on August 6th, from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Southern View Park. Night Out is a yearly tradition to encourage camaraderie of community and police to ensure a caring and safe village for Southern View. Unity will be present, and you're welcome to join us. Emails are sent out weekly that have information on current happenings and how to join in these events. To sign up for our emails, ask a greeter for a blue card and fill out both sides, or visit our website to subscribe. Also, check out our website for up-to-date information at unityofspringfieldil.org, all small letters. We would like to express a special thank you to Doug Brackney for generously makes our delicious birthday cakes for the monthly fellowship potlucks. Creating our lives and our world through the thoughts and beliefs we hold in mind is a spiritual principle we practice at Unity of Springfield. And we also know this truth. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. Our vision statement, a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And our mission statement, we recognize God is love, individualized in all people. Therefore, we provide a positive environment for spiritual growth that empowers all to be God's love in the world. And now Mary Disler will read today's daily word.
Good morning. The daily word for today, Sunday, August 4th, 2024, is inner peace. And the affirmation, the peace of God is mine to live and mine to share. I just want to make a little note. I'm always glad to read these because I read them a few times myself, and I always seem to get one I need, so I hope you guys do too. Peace flourishes in my awareness of the divine presence within. Flowing from my spiritual center, peace calms my emotions, clarifies my thoughts, relaxes my body, and radiates to everyone around me. If peace eludes me, I open myself to anything that may be blocking its flow and invite it to come forward for healing. If I am holding on to resentment or unforgiveness, I pray for the willingness to forgive, affirming, divine love through me forgives and releases all bitterness. If fear or worry seep into my thoughts, I remember God is the only presence and power active in the universe, affirming, faith dissolves fear and restores peace. I align my thoughts and feelings with God's indwelling presence to live ever more peacefully. And from Romans chapter 14, verse 19, let us then pursue what makes for peace and for mutual upbuilding. Once again, the daily word is inner peace, and can we all say the affirmation together, please? The peace of God is mine to live and mine to share. And before we hear today's meditation and message from Reverend Alden, we have special music being performed by Tim Hennebury.
When Gay and I talked about me doing something maybe a couple of months ago that I wasn't sure exactly what I would choose, but I decided on this song called Morning Bird. One of the reasons being that my late wife, one of her favorite things was having a cup of coffee and watching the birds in the backyard. And we used to sing this song, but I'm getting help today from Dave and Alyssa. So it's not just me, but yeah, so this is called Morning Bird, and this is the last verse, so I'm hoping everyone can join on the last verse. And I'll hopefully be able to give you a prompt on that. Sing to me, my morning bird, the sweetest song I ever heard. Love's melody in your heart's own words. Sing to me, my morning bird. When the sun climbs o'er the mountain, just to hear you sing your song, and all the stars lay down in heaven to take their rest till evening comes. So sing to me, my morning bird, the sweetest song I ever heard. Love's melody in your heart's own words. Sing to me, my morning bird. Please don't fly away from me without leaving me with your song. For the morning is much too lonely and so quiet when you're gone. Everyone, sing to me, my morning bird, the sweetest song I ever heard. Love's melody in your heart's own words. Sing to me, my morning bird. Sing to me, my morning bird. Sing to me, my morning bird.
But we simply allow all of the feelings and the tunes and the vibration of that song to carry us into a time of meditation. And we allow the morning bird to call us into this moment, into this sacred and holy time of communion with our highest self, with the greater universe, with the fullness of the Spirit of God. And so I invite you to close your eyes and go within and just leave behind all of the cares and affairs and the concerns of the outer world, and let your awareness drift within gently, easily, without stress or strain. And feel the flow of divine energy and love flowing from the top of your head and throughout your body, blessing every cell, every bone, every bit of who we are. For each one of us is now fully and completely in the presence and power of God. We always have been. And it's in a time of meditation and contemplative prayer that we can realize this truth. That all that we've been searching for in a spiritual sense has always been with us and within us. And so we open our hearts fully open to that flow of Spirit, a presence and a power that can transform and change what seems to be an insurmountable challenge or problem into something that seems like nothing. It's easy to allow ourselves to get caught up in negative outcome thinking. We all do it. But when we can recognize that we're doing it, we can walk out of that experience, leave it behind, and be open to a new direction, open to a new perspective. And that begins by simply knowing who we are as a spiritual being having a human experience. And the humanness of us can sometimes take center stage. But right now, center stage is our common spirituality. What is most important to our lives, to our success, to our learning and growing in our lives, is a continual knowing and awareness that each one of us has been created whole and well and perfect, that each one of us is a child of God, that each one of us has within us the capacity to face and overcome whatever challenges come our way. And so we enter into that awareness right now. That place of peace, inner peace, beneath the storms of daily life. And so for the next few moments, let us sit quietly and peacefully wherever we are right now experiencing this time of meditation. And let us open our hearts, our minds, and our whole being to that flow of God's Spirit for a moment in the silence. from the calmness and stillness of our inner soul, our inner being, our inner experience. We are now filled with the ideas, the confidence, and the energy that is needed to do what is ours to do in our lives. And we are grateful for this time of meditation and inner reflection, to be able to experience this right now, and knowing that we can, wherever we find ourselves on our life's journey, pause, go within, and have this same inner connection. And for that knowing, we give thanks in the name and through the power of the living Christ presence within us all. And so it is. Amen. I'd like to thank everybody who's a part of making this service possible, especially to our expanded music department today, to Gay and Alyssa, and to Tim and Dave. We put the band back together, yes. And so I know I thoroughly enjoyed what you guys did, and I'm sure everybody else feels the same way. I mean, that song had such a cool folk and almost a little bluegrass-ish feel. I mean, that's just me, and I loved it. I mean, it's just really, and thank you for presenting it. And everybody else who's part of the service, to Bill and Mary, who handled our platform and daily word times. I'd like to thank Chris Zelli in the back there, who's doing the PowerPoint with Danny on the camera, and to Becky and Chris again for being our greeters today, and to Chris Farashon, who is our office administrator. And you'll notice that I've put her photo on her office door so that you don't forget who's behind the scenes really running things around here. I'd like to also say one more thing. We had a tree come down at our rental house next door. It's actually not a rental anymore. We're going to be selling this as we go along. And I was able to kind of get it out of the way, but if some of you are handy with a chainsaw, you could have this done in 5 minutes. So let me know if you can help with that. All right. Now, getting to what to use chainsaws on, that is trees, and we're not going to talk about cutting any trees down right now, but we're going to talk about the lilac tree. And maybe you're thinking to yourself, I've never really thought of a lilac as a tree. Bush. Yeah. How many of you have like lilac bushes where you live? Do some of you? We do too. And in fact, I'm going to show you the bush we have and its guardian. See, there's the guardian looking from the inside of the house at the lilac tree. And here it is, the guardian outside guarding said tree. That's Buster's tree. And always remember that. Come to my house. But you're thinking, tree? Lilac? A tree? Yeah, but it's in the book. How to Be More Tree. The lilac is in this book right here, and we got to do it. We got to do it. We got to call it a tree. So we're going to learn a spiritual lesson from this very small tree. Now, it's called in the horticultural world I hope I do this right, Syringa vulgaris. That means common lilac. It's also known as the French lilac or simply the lilac. But an interesting thing about the lilac tree that I discovered in my research is that it's a member of a family of trees that we've already talked about in this series. Think to yourself, well, let's see, we covered African sausage tree, the yew tree. What was last week? But no, it's a member of the same family of trees, olive tree. You're thinking lilacs and olives, but that's what was revealed in my research. Now, it is a tree. And you can see here, here's a house, two-story house. That's a pretty tall bush. You know, is it a bush or is it a tree? I mean, it can grow to be 12 to 15 feet tall. So I think anything that grows 12 to 15 feet tall got to be called a tree. I mean, bush, you know, maybe this high, but any higher, tree. So look at that lilac tree there, incredible. I mean, it's getting up there, I don't know, how high is that, 12 feet maybe? I took this photo at our house, no, not the one we live in, the one we used to live in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Lilac trees loved Wisconsin. And you're thinking, really? Wisconsin's kind of a harsh environment? But it grows great in zone 4. Now, we're in zone 6 here. It loves zone 6, you know. But zone 4, oh, it grows like crazy. I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Can you almost smell this from where you're sitting? I mean, you just look at that and go, oh. And you wish that they lasted longer than the couple weeks that they bloom. But what a wonderful couple weeks it is. Now, at this point, you might be sitting there in your seat thinking, I wonder if the lilac is native to Illinois. Because they're all over Illinois, aren't they? But they're all over in everybody's yards, which should help us understand that it's not native to Illinois. But you'd think so, given how many we always see. The lilac is not native to North America, but they sure love living here as immigrants from Europe. They're native to the Balkans, specifically Croatia, Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia, and Greece. And they grow in all kinds of environments, from rocky hills, woodlands, scrubby areas, including, this is not a native photo, but including along railroad tracks. You see the lilacs over here at this train station in the Netherlands? I took this photo a while ago. And I wish I had a better shot of it, because some of these lilac trees were huge. And they're growing in one of the least supportive environments for anything that wants to grow. Along a railroad track, you know, when they dig up the soil around there, they bring up some of the cruddiest soil from the bottom, and they're just growing along there. It looks like nobody's paying any attention to them. But they'll grow almost anywhere. And that's why I think we love lilacs so much, is that they will grow literally in almost anything. They're easy to take care of. You don't have to fuss with them too much. And these trees have learned to be happy anywhere, even if it's next to a railroad station, you know? And so they kind of teach us that we need to learn to bloom ourselves wherever we find ourselves. Now, if the lilac had its own theme song, it would be this one. Oh, you heard that one before? It's a pretty good song. It really is. Oop. Here we go.
Building your online business? Oh
no, not a
Go to
commercial.
Wix.com and set up your store on a single integrated platform. Add products, showcase them dynamically, and seamlessly track your inventory. Accept multiple secure payments, and design your storefront down to the very last detail. Get all the tools you need.
This is embarrassing.
Drive more sales with customizable gift cards and flexible
But I'm going to
product
choose to be
subscriptions.
happy anyway.
Retain
because that's what
customers
the
with a
lilac
point-based
is trying to
loyalty
tell us.
program, email automations, and
Let me
reach
see if I can
millions.
Get that thing to restart. Come on.
What I would tell
not
someone
another
who's
one.
newly diagnosed with diabetes, who's going through what we lived in
Uh-oh.
the past, is there's a better way.
You know, you
There's
wanna go up to the
technology
screen
out
and
there
hit the
that
skip
can
button there? Can somebody do that?
significantly
I don't know, is that gonna work?
improve
Is that
your
a touch
life
screen
or your
back
child's
there? I don't know.
life,
Or put
and
the cursor
it's
on
right at
the
your fingertips.
skip
We're
button.
so lucky
Is that
to
possible? I really
to
wanted this song so bad. Unless we start singing it.
have
a
this
cappella.
available to us
I mean,
when
it's
it
a- but
used
this
to
is a
not be
great version,
around.
I gotta
So
tell you. It's not
know
the
that
one you're thinking of.
it's going to get easier. So
tested
it's
this out
always
and
going to
it
be a part of your
works.
life.
Yeah.
But if you utilize the
we're almost
technology
to the
that's
end of the
out there through the
commercial here.
MiniMed
So
780G
until that,
system,
that
your
comes, you can see
life
the line-
can
the
be
little orange
as
line
easy
kinda
as
heading
it possibly can
right
be,
there.
this
I think
diagnosis.
it's gonna stop. All right. Come on. Oh, there we go. A little more volume.
You got to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and latch on to the affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got to spread joy up to the maximum and bring gloom down to the minimum and have faith. A pandemonium liable to walk up on the scene. To illustrate my last remark, just in the well, no in the eye. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? When the man that said we've got to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and hang on to that affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In Between. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the well, Noah in the ark. Tell me, what did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said we've got to accent with the positive and eliminate the negative and hang on to that affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess. Oh, baby, I said don't mess. You better not. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Yeah.
It was worth going through the commercials. Come on, admit it. Thank you, Aretha Franklin, for singing that song for us. But this is what the Lilac teaches us. You got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative, and well, don't mess with whatever's in the middle. And it's sort of a three-step process if you look at it here. Accentuate the positive. You kind of go, well, what do I have going for me in my life right now? Look around at yourself. Well, if you're a lilac tree, you look around and go, I've got dirt, soil, sun, rain, roots, trunk, branches, buds, flowers. Let's all do that. No, I'm just kidding. And so we can get excited. I'm very excited. I've got all this stuff. It's choosing to focus on the positive aspects of our lives. This is the first step toward happiness. This is the first step toward feeling a little bit content about what's going on, of feeling joy. It's a choice. It's a conscious choice because we know that we're doing it. Now, we humans don't always automatically make that choice, do we? But that's where we want to be. That's our objective, our goal, our destination. is to get to the point where we want the accentuator in the default mode. Does that make any sense? The default mode, I mean, that's what we go to all the time. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what the conditions, if I'm growing in zone 4, I'm going to be happy about it. I'm going to make the best of it. Even if it's 30 below zero, I'm going to flower come spring. I'm going to do it the next spring and the next spring and the next spring. I'm going to repeat it. That's accentuating the positive. And so we need to look at ourselves and say, well, what I've got going on, what good I have going on, I love it. I'm excited about it. I'm going to use it. And then eliminate the negative. So this plant, this tree, does not look at its questionable soil that maybe it's planted in and bemoan it and badmouth how that's terrible stuff that you planted me in, Mother Nature. Mother Nature says, deal with it. Happiness is a choice. But a lot about being a lilac tree is learning to grow no matter what circumstances is given to it. It learns to not let negative aspects of its soil get in the way of its growth. And the same thing is for us, is to not allow circumstances, the things that happen that maybe we don't have any control over, come into our lives and be totally blown away by it. We spiritual beings are having a human experience that will sometimes have opportunities for eliminating stuff from the experience. And much of it are our own perceptions of things that we don't have any power over. There's only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. That's by Epictetus. He was a Greek philosopher. Eckhart Tolle, great New Thought teacher, says the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. So it's not the circumstances, it's what's going on up here and our response to it. We read in the book of Proverbs, for the despondent, every day brings trouble, but for the happy heart, life is a continual feast. I love that idea of a continual feast. What do we have to do to get there? Well, you got to choose happiness. And so there are mind games that we play in our heads, this constant flow of, well, what if this happens? What if my car breaks down? What if I forget my wallet? I've actually done that before driving to work here. I went back and got it. What if I'm late to work? What if my cat decides to deposit something on the carpet? The what ifs that keep driving us crazy. I guess I'm the only one that does this? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Everybody's looking at me like, probably don't like that whole cat thing I was just talking about there. But this is often what we find going on in our thinking and in our minds. This crazy creating scenarios ad nauseum. This scenario and that scenario and all this stuff has not happened yet, but it's happening in full color inside our consciousness and in our minds. And not only do we drive ourselves crazy, we drive everybody else around us crazy with all of our thus accentuating the negative and not eliminating it. I'm going to play a short clip. I hope there's no commercials in it. And it's a clip of Bob Newhart as a counselor. He just passed away recently, incredible comedian. And he's counseling a woman who has a fear of being buried alive in a box.
I'm afraid to drive.
Well, stop it! Well, stop! How are you going to get around? Get in the car and drive, you kook. Get in the car and drive, you kook. Stop it!
You stop it! You...
What's the problem, Kathy? What's the problem, Kathy?
I don't like this. I don't like this therapy at all. I don't like this therapy at all. You're just telling me to stop it.
And you don't like and you don't like that.
No, I don't.
So you think we're moving too fast? Is that it? We're moving too fast. Is that it?
Yes, I do. Yes.
All
Yes,
right,
I do.
Then let me. All right, then let me give you 10 words that I think will. You want clear everything. You want to get a pad and a pencil for this one? You want to get a pad and a pencil for this one?
Right.
Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, here are the 10 words.
Stop it, or I'll bury you alive in a box!
Stop it! Now, I'm not saying that I recommend this kind of therapy for eliminating the negativity in life, but at some point we need to interrupt that what-if generator, the negativity generator. And of course, this is not a real therapy session now. Please understand, this is a comedic skit. But we must discover a way of recognizing our what-if obsessions, to notice them, and then, in whatever way we wish to politely ask them to take their leave. Take your leave. Stop it. Mm-hmm. And to ask ourselves, how would I feel if I wasn't doing this? How would I feel if I wasn't obsessed with what-ifs? How would I feel if I wasn't filled with all these scenarios of doom and gloom? How would I feel if I was free of that? Stay in that question. And the more we stay in that question and begin to ask ourselves, how would we, I don't mean think, I mean, how would we really feel in here? My God, we would feel free. Elated. See, once we begin eliminating the negative, or at least acknowledging it, noticing it, and being willing to release it, then we can begin latching onto the affirmative. This is about empowerment. Empowerment. It's about being full lilac. Full lilac. Blooming with the full force of the color and the fragrance that is within us. We turn off the negative chatter, we affirm what we want to have happen, and when we do that, it's interesting how the universe starts to show up. Starts to show up in our lives with what we really want. That's kind of basic Unity 101, but sometimes we got to get back to the basics when it comes to dealing with our sense of unhappiness, our sense of being concerned about the future in an obsessive way. We need to go full lilac. So how would I feel if my dreams of what I want to see accomplished in my life were fulfilled? How would I feel if I were happy? That sounds like a dumb question. Well, of course I'd feel happy, right? Of course you would. We'd be smiling. We'd be seeing the good. We'd be anticipating what's next with happiness, with joy, with positive expectation. We'd be wanting to see what's next for our lives. And so this song and this tree show us this three-step path. All you have to do is think back to the song. What is it now? It goes, accentuate the positive, latch on to the affirmative, and don't worry about the other part. When we accentuate the positive, we are showing gratitude for what we're experiencing now. And if we've got decent health, decent amount of finances, a lot of friends, give thanks for it. Accentuate that. When we eliminate the negativity, we're in a consciousness of denying whatever that negativity happens to be to have any kind of power over us. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means that we don't enhance it with any more fear and what ifs and so on. And we see our part in maybe feeding that negativity and realizing we don't have to do it, because then we can latch onto the affirmative and begin empowering the happiness that we seek, seizing the moment and not letting another minute go by without envisioning what is possible for our lives. Does this sound like something we teach in Unity? Kind of does. Eric Burdleworth, one of our premier Unity writers and ministers, he wrote this in his final book called Practical Metaphysics. The first step in this process that we're calling the art of thinking is to know that no matter what happens in your world, no matter what happens out there, no matter what you read in the newspapers, no matter what is taking place around you or to you, you always have a choice. No one can make us happy. Only we can make ourselves happy by choosing to be open to it. It's within our power to make that choice, and why not? How are our other choices working out for us? We here follow a pro-choice philosophy, the choice to choose happiness over negativity and unhappiness. And always remember, when it comes to the lilac tree, right? Everybody got tree? Yeah. You don't mess with this cat's lilac tree. That's his tree. You come to my house, you're all welcome whenever you want to come by, right, dear? You have to honor the tree. All right. Now we're going to sing a song about choice next. It's in the blue book. It's number 41. The choice is up to you. Well, it is.
We are all connected. We're the hands, the feet, the head, the eyes, the ears, the voice, the heart of the collective soul. There's no need to compete. There's no need to outdo. When you're aware, we're all aware. The choice is up to you. Don't get pulled into the drama on the stage of life. You're not an actor, you're the author of the script you use. So dust off your offer, say the words with love. When you speak truth, we all speak truth. The choice is up to you. When a bird first learns to fly, it doesn't fret or fear. It knows that it was meant to soar and leaps into the air. So dust off those old dreams. Be the bird that flew. We all take flight. The choice is up to you.
So the choice is up to us. And now we make that joyous choice of how we can support our ministry, its mission and vision. And so we are going to be blessing our Tithes, our gifts, our donations and offerings. Now, if you have your donation here with us today, we have these glass bowls in the front and the back to receive your offering. If you donate electronically and would like to, simply go to our website, unityofspringfieldil.org. You can also text a gift to 217-335-4121 or mail a check to 417 East Cordelia, Springfield, Illinois 62703. Did I say that fast enough? All right. And now we're going to bless our offering with these wonderful words of love and increase. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. Amen. And now our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Now, let us rise. Join hands if you like as we sing, "Let There Be Peace on Earth." Let your lilac shine.